The woods can be dense for our acts. The sea can be deep for our diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello, good afternoon. Make sure everything's set up here correctly. Okay. What? Cats are being very needy. I'm going to just shut my door. Run, kittens, run. Oh, calm down. It's just Jasmine. Scaredy cats. Scaredy cats. You know, hide in here with me, sorry. All right. So we're going to talk about Tradition 8 today. I'm going to pull it out of the 12 by 12. And I love Tradition 8. Tradition 8 is about creating service work. And that's what we do. Hey, Mandy, good to see you. Andy and I have been hanging out a lot lately. Another episode of Dragonflower is going to be out tomorrow. I think it turned out really well. I'm excited for them. Looks like we have our producer back, so our sound quality is going to go up. And, you know, it's been pretty neat because I've gotten a lot of requests to be a part of Trudging Together lately. And it's neat to have so many like-minded people in one place. I wish we were all closer together, but it's not how it always works. And I'd like Trudging Together to be one of the bigger online presences for recovery. The way that it's going to do exactly that. It doesn't require bunches of money or anything else. It just requires time, some good intentions, and the right people. Yeah, meow. So, hi, Chris. Good to see you. Come here. Whine a butt. The other one's whining too, but he does not like being picked up. He does not like it. So, welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. We might be bringing on another podcast. It'd be fun to have another podcast. It was funny because he was saying just the way he was describing what he wanted to do as far as podcasting. I'm like, you listen to mine yet? So I think he's going to be a good addition, man. Good addition. That and the light was shining in his eyes. That's one of my indicators. It's one thing that I look for in every single person that I bring on to Trudging Together. Or that God brings on to Trudging Together. This was just a thought. God kind of did the rest for me. Okay. Tradition 8. I'm going to read out 12 by 12. I think it's about time actually for me to start replaces. Actually, it's just the first page got tore off. Hey, Maylin. I'm presuming that's Maylin. I got a couple Canucks. Mandy's a Canuck too. Edition 8. Alcoholics Anonymous should remain forever non-professional, but our service centers may employ special workers. That doesn't really sound like you're creating service work, does it? No, because that's the short version. And we always know that there's more to these things. There's more. It tells us more will be revealed. right? Well, the way that we have to find that out is by digging. And sometimes I have to read things over and over. And I've been through the big book a lot of times. I wouldn't even try to venture to guess because it would be off. I probably wouldn't give myself I would either give myself too much credit or not enough, right? But every time I read it, I get something new. I see something new. Is the book changing? No, I am. The book and its verbiage will change according to how you are or what you are doing in the program. That's why I'm so against changing any of the words in the first 164 pages. All right. Because it wasn't just Bill that wrote that, it was 100 people and God that wrote that. And we should keep it that way. All right. Alcoholics Anonymous will never have a professional class. We gain some understanding of the ancient words. Freely ye have received, freely give. We have discovered that at the point of professionalism, money and spirituality do not mix. And it can start to get confusing. Right. Almost no recovery from alcoholism has been brought about by the world's best professionals, whether religious or medical. I don't care if you're an alcoholic either. Okay, the moment money comes into play, things change. It cannot be helped. It changes the rules. It changes the rules. We do not decree professionalism in other fields, but we accept the sober fact that it does not work for us. Every time we tried to professionalize our 12 step, the result was exactly the same. Our singleness of purpose has been defeated. That's what happens. The singleness of purpose goes away because now everybody's like, well, where's my portion of the money? How much am I going to be making? Now, I am certainly not against people in recovery going into the professional world. Absolutely. Please do it. Please do it. You would be a great service there. You really would. Your experience combined with education can make you pretty good at what you do. But as a professional, you can't do shit to save an alcoholic. That's why I had such a hard time working at Detox. They wanted to pay me the pretty much 12-step people, and I had a hard time with that. Am I saying it's wrong? No. Am I saying it was right for Dion? Correct. Just wasn't right for me. Got it. Alcoholics simply will not listen to a paid 12-stepper. Do they not believe us? It is not a secret that only an alcoholic can help another alcoholic. I'm sorry if you feel a different way, but the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Almost from the beginning, we have been positive that face-to-face work with the alcoholic who suffers could be based only on the desire to help and be helped. Our whole program's based on it. Your recovery is based upon it. Okay? So when I talk about recovery coaches and why I'm not a big fan of theirs is because they are being paid to do 12-step work. Now, if they would stayed in their lane and did what they were supposed to do, which was supposed to be resources, that is all a recovery coach is. Resources. How do you expect to help somebody else get their driver's license back when you don't have yours. You can't. You cannot transmit something you just don't have. And if you haven't done the work, you don't have it. You're going to find yourself in some very hard situations. Okay. When AA talks for money, whether at a meeting or to a single newcomer, it can have a very bad effect on him too. The money motive compromises him in everything he says and does for his prospect. This has always been so obvious that only a very few AAs have ever worked the 12th step for a fee. I'm going to tell you something that's actually happening now. People are charging for this stuff. Recovery coaches are charging people to do 4th and 5th steps. Fuck off. I better not hear it. Oh, they're going to charge you? I'll do it for you for free. Because, see, I'm going to get something out of it that's worth a lot more than your freaking money. Freedom, serenity. See, when you charge people for something that is free and you are honest with these people and with yourself, you'll find a moral standing in your way of that. They're not in the meetings. No. Some of them are. They're two-steppers. Okay? Most people in meetings are two-steppers. Okay? Their cameras are off. You know, there's 20 minutes left in the meeting. Nobody's speaking. Right? Despite this certainty, it is nevertheless true that few subjects have been the cause of more contention within our fellowship than professionalism. Caretakers who swept floors, cook who fried hamburgers, secretaries in offices, authors writing books, all of these have seen hotly assailed because they were, as their critics angrily remarked, making money out of AA. Ignoring the fact that these laborers were not 12-step jobs at all, the critics attacked as AA professionals. These workers of ours were often doing thankless tasks that no one else could or would do. I find it funny when there's an AA club. Oh, let's everybody chip in and clean up. It's your fucking club. You're making the money. And you're using other people in service work as a reason to get your fucking place clean. That's wrong. It's called slavery, actually. Oops, I just told on people. Oh, well. Even fervors were provoked then when AA members began to run rest homes and farms for alcoholics, when some hired out to corporations as personal men in charge of alcoholic problems of an industry. When some became nurses on alcoholic wards, when others entered the field of alcohol education. In all these instances and more, it was claimed that AA knowledge and experience were being sold for money. Hence, these people too were professionals. So is anything wrong with professional? No. There is not. We need the professionals, do we not? Once we get sober, we need them. Once we figure out our ism and we're being honest with ourselves, we need these professionals. You'll be relieved when you go and you find a therapist that's also in recovery. Great, see? But see, they are staying within their bounds. You do not sit down with a therapist and they tell you their experience, strength, and hope. It's not how therapy works. You work out your own problems. Hence, they are staying within those bounds. Right? At last, however, a plain line of cleavage could be seen between professionalism and non-professionalism. When we had agreed that the 12 step couldn't be sold for money, we had been wise. But when we declared that our fellowship couldn't hire service workers, nor could any AA member carry our knowledge into other fields, we were taking the counsel of fear. Fear, which today has been largely dispelled in the light of experience. Talking about stigma. Okay? See, Alcoholics Anonymous was anonymous in the beginning because there were too few of us. Now there's not. Now the anonymous is just kind of a name. Okay? But I do have to keep my anonymity, right? More than anything, I need to keep your anonymity. I can't go walk around saying this person's anonymity is approved, right? Okay? We all do it anyway. And why not be able to carry our knowledge into other fields? Don't we feel our way of life could kind of work for anybody? So, take the case of the club janitor and cook. If a club is going to function, it has to be habitable and hospitable. We tried volunteers who were quickly disenchanted. Now we call it service work. Well, that's service work. No, you can clean up after the meeting of the mess that you just made, but beyond that, no, it's not your responsibility. That's not service work. Not in my book. Now, if you're doing that work in lieu of your membership, now we're talking. I work the counter, 4 times a month to pay for my membership. Right? Isn't this a give and take basis? Not a take basis. And brewing coffee 7 days a week, they just didn't show up. I wonder why. Even more important, an empty club could not answer its telephone, but it was an open invitation to a drunk on a bench who possessed a spare key. So somebody had to look after the place full time. If we hired an alcoholic, he'd receive only what he'd have to pay a non-alcoholic for the same job. The job was not to do 12-step work. It was to make 12-step work possible. There it is. It was a service proposition, pure and simple. Yeah. Am I a professional? No. I am. But I don't have I don't have the right letters after my name. So, no, I'm not a professional, but I will help anybody. I tell you what, I know a lot of stuff. I know a lot. This brain is crammed with knowledge. I don't mind giving it away to anybody that needs it. Yeah, there's that 500 an hour, right? So these people that are being paid make 12-step work possible for us. Do you think we alcoholics are going to run into all the alcoholics? No. This is where nurses, doctors, detox, and these other places come in. Now, what if they would have changed my title around a little bit of what I was doing at detox? So instead of 12-stepping, I was helping create 12-step work. See, that's what they didn't understand there. I was trying to tell them I can't do the 12-step work. That goes against what we do. But what I can do is bring AA members, NA members, different members in here to hold meetings so that these people can be 12-step. Now I'm doing my job. Okay? Now I'm doing my job. The way they had it set up, no. They wanted to pay me to do 12-step work, and I can't do it. I can't. I won't. I just won't do it. I don't give a fuck. Neither could AA itself function without full-time workers. So we need people to help us out. Without the professionals, AA wouldn't even be here. Okay? If it wasn't for the professionals, what's going on back there? Then AA would not be here. Which means none of the A's would be here. Okay? That we know of. I'm throwing a wild candor out there or whatever. So when we're out there, it's all about staying in that lane, right? And as a person, and so if I am in a recovery coach role, my job, let's say I have a client and they're like, well, I need to work on my 4-step. Okay, what is my job? What's my job? To help them find a sponsor. That's my job. See? Isn't that more along? This is how I found my sponsors and stuff, but can I do that with him? No. Conflict of interest, my friends. Conflict of interest. Okay? I'm not the alpha omega. Right? And this is where things got weird in the recovery coach world. Because there's one thing that people they won't grasp their heads around it, and they won't do it because there's money involved. Is this client a good fit? It's the one question they won't ask themselves. There were times I had clients come to me. There was one guy, he was just way too timid for me. I would have made him cry. So I found him somebody that was a lot more suited for him. That's what I did. Isn't that my job? Isn't that what I should be doing? That is literally your job as a recovery coach. So when I say that you must have a certain amount of time first, now you know why. Now you know why. Sorry. Strangle their little throat. Yeah. Not everyone fits. You're right. I know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Why do you think I brought on more podcasters? Why do you think I started a group? Why do you think I started asking people to help me with this? Right? I'm just here to get conversations started. Here, come here. Come here. Yeah, well, everybody wants to see a dude. All right, this is Sawyer. He's my fat kitty. He's my fat kitty. He's my rescue. He hates being held. Ow. But he'll sit in my lap. So there we go. Okay. Yes. Oh. He loves his daddy, and that's it. Well, some people abandoned him, and yeah. And he was very fat and antisocial. And now he's a really good cat. Yeah. All because when we moved, I took him with me. You guys will appreciate this. I was living somewhere. Right? I kicked my own landlord out of his house. Don't fuck with me or my wife. Fuck with my wife. You can forget the steps because they're not going to apply. Let's say I'm probably going to have to do a 9th step. Anyway, so I booted him out of the house because he wasn't paying the house note. Right? And the fucker just left his cat. He just left his cat there. And so, now you guys know me. I took the cat. So, nobody should ever know. Yes. And I get unconditional love. Well, not unconditional love. He's a cat. So, hopefully that kind of clears it up a little bit, right? So, Do we need professionals? We do. We do. They create service work for us. Isn't that nice of them? That's why you must recover out loud. Tell people that you're in recovery. You'll get there one day. Try it once. Okay? You'll probably find that there's a lot more people out there that are backing you than you think. I know I am. I got your back. So, great stuff. All right, so I'm going to go work on a calendar. Man. And yeah, Chris, and professionals help me to this day. Man, I have therapy tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it too. I kind of need it. I love therapy because I can say anything that I freaking want to. I can even get mad, and they don't care. So one place where I can actually go and be kind of mad, and people don't go. Anyway, all right. I think that's it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of Trudging Together, man. It does more and more every day, and it's growing in God's time, and that seems to be the best time. All right. Well, just like earlier, procrastinating. That's what I'm kind of doing. So I should go get some stuff done. I think he's working on the podcast right now, so it'll be out tomorrow. Oh, that I'm going to be making a calendar, and we should have something going on almost every day here shortly. Right on. All right. Love you. Peace out, and have a day. Bye-bye.